Okay, dear students, a very good morning to all of you. So welcome to this quiz on mechanics and heat. So last week also we have conducted this type of quiz. So this week also, today we are going to see some few questions from all the chapters. Okay, that is starting from projectiles, because that is the topic which will be there for the next week exam, along with, is it not audible? Is the sound less, or is it not at all audible? Is it not at all audible? Hello? Okay, audible? Okay. Thank you. Okay. Vasudev, is it audible to you? Vasudev, is it audible to you? Maybe your speaker you have to check. Okay, anyway, so let us so today's session is quiz on mechanics and heat. So for the next week, I think all of you know the syllabus. Okay, it's a cumulative exam up to projectiles. Okay, in projectiles chapter I have sent, I think, 16 videos, and 3 more videos are already ready. Today I will be posting. Those 3 videos are on, I think 16 videos I have sent. Now 17th session is on average acceleration, 18th session is the synopsis of entire projectiles, and 19th session is the previous year's questions on projectiles only. So these 3 lectures I will be posting today. Okay. So 16 lectures already I have sent, so in that everything is covered. Okay, so before beginning this quiz on mechanics and heat, I would like to know from each one of you, out of 16 videos of projectiles, how many videos did you watch till today? Just write down the number. If you have watched 16 videos, write 16. If you have watched 10 videos, write 10. Jayshree 10. Srivamsi 10, Ganesh Cinema 15, Chinmay 8, Vasudev 16, Aditya Verma 13, Sushant 12, Abhijita 13, Pushamitra Reddy 16, Srividya 8, Bhavya Yashasvi, only 3 left for me. Okay. G Hemant, Ritu Sanjana 10, G Hemant 14, Gaurinath 9 only. Okay. Next, Naris and Manjunath 10, Rama Sailja 13. Okay. So anyway, so that means I think only few students watched 16, total 16 lectures. So I may not ask questions now on inclined planes, because many of you has watched only up to 13 lectures. I think 14, 15, 16 are on inclined plane, projectiles on inclined plane. Okay, then I have to skip those questions in this quiz. Okay, so anyway, let us begin today's quiz. So first I'll give some questions from projectiles, then kinematics, then vectors and calculus. Okay, so let us begin today's quiz. Okay, this is the question. For ground to ground projectile motion, equation of path is given by y equal to 12x minus 3 by 4 x square, given that g equal to 10 meter per second square. What is the range of projectile? What is the range of projectile? Okay, students. So let us have 1 minute timer, and then you can solve. Okay, first write down the equation y equal to 12x minus 3 by 4 x square. 12x minus 3 by 4 x square, you write down the equation on your notes. Okay, notes are wherever you are solving on a paper, and then you are asked to find out the range. Okay, so option A is 36 meters, option B is 30.6, option C is 16, option D is 12.4. So timer starts. Just write down the options A, B, C, D. That's all. Just write down the options A, B, C, D. Equation is y equal to 12x minus 3 by 4 x square. Means 3/4 of x square. Please see here, equation is y equal to 12x minus 3 by 4 x square, like this. Please note down properly. So what is the option? Let me see. Ganesh Sinha, option C. Very good. Anybody else? Abhijit, option C. Acha, 1 minute. Options. These are the options. 36, 30.6, 16, 12.4. Anybody else left? Time is over. So Vasudev, C. Okay. So this question answer is C only. Okay, very good. Because here given equation is this one, correct or not? Y equal to 12x minus 3 by 4 x square. Now they are asking range. Normally range formula we have as r equal to u square sine 2 theta by g. Okay. Here we don't know u, you don't know theta and all. So therefore we cannot solve this what you call finding out range. We cannot solve with this one, with the given data, because they have not given anything. Okay. So another way we can also find out range is, we know the equation of trajectory. There are two forms of equation. Y is equal to x tan theta minus y equal to x tan theta minus gx square by 2 u square cos square theta. This is one way where you can equate this form. Okay, we can equate these two equations and find out. That is by that also you can get. But more easily you can also get as there is one more form of this equation where y equal to x tan theta into 1 minus x by r, where in this equation r is directly there and they are asking range directly. So therefore it is better to equate this equation with this form. Okay, where y is equal to x tan theta into 1 minus x by r. So to equate this one, what we have to do is just take the x outside. So that means 12x if you take outside, 1 minus x divided by how much should be here, such that when you multiply you will get 3 by 4 x square. So if I write here 16, so first multiply 12x into 1, 12x minus 12x into x by 16, x into x, x square, 12 by 16, 4 3s, 4 4s. So you got the same. Okay. So therefore, so I'll write this given equation in this form, where if I equate this one, that is equal to x into 12 into 1 minus x by 16. So in place of r, what is there? 16. In place of tan theta, if they ask theta, then you can also calculate like this. Okay. So therefore r is equal to 16. So option C is the correct answer. Very good. Okay. So next one. The vertical height of the projectile at time t is given by y is equal to 4t minus t square. Okay. As I am reading this question, please write down these equations in your notes. Okay. And the horizontal distance covered is given by x equal to 3t. What is the angle of projection with the horizontal? Okay. Suppose let us say this is a projectile. Okay. This is x, this is y. Okay. And then we are projected with some velocity u and then with some angle theta. Okay. Then what will happen? It will follow in a projectile path. Okay. Now they are telling that the vertical height of the projectile at some time t. Okay. This is at time t equal to 0. After some time t, let us say it is at here at time t. Okay. Now by that time it will cover in x direction, let's say x, in y direction, let us say y. So this y is given as 4t minus t square and x is given as 3t. Now what is the angle of projection with the horizontal? Projection means this one, the initial projection. Okay, what is the value of theta? That is what they are asking. Okay, so timer I'll give. I think maybe 1 minute is sufficient, but okay, 1.5 minutes I'll give. So come on, start. C option. Venkata Srivamsi, Hemant, Sai Ganesh, Pavan Aditya. C, option C. Mahapragna, Srividya. Okay, very good. Ritu Sanjana, very nice. NEET students are the Bhavya Yashasvi, Kulli Yashasvi, Chinmayi, Jayshree is there. I think Chinmayi is also there, and Bhavya Yashasvi, Kulli Yashasvi, and Anushka. Are they on live or not? Chinmayi, very good. C. Okay, anyway, so option C. Bhavya Yashasvi, okay, very good. Jayshree I saw. Kolli Yashasvi and I think Anushka, they are not there. Okay, so very good. So option C. Okay, so I think there are many ways to solve. One way to solve this equation is okay, they are asking angle of projection. Okay, so this angle of projection, if you want, so if you make a triangle here like this, then it is easy to calculate, correct or not? So triangle means if this is u, then you will have here basically ux, and here you will have uy, correct or not, students? And this is theta, and you can shift this uy vector to here, then this is also called as uy. So in this triangle, tan theta is equal to ux by uy, uy by ux. So to get uy and ux, now displacements are given in y direction and x direction, correct or not, students? In y direction, displacement is 4t minus t square, and in x direction, displacement is given as 3t. Now we know velocity in y direction is equal to dy by dt. No? I told in motion in 2 dimensions. Same way, velocity in x direction is equal to dx by dt, where these velocities are at this point. At this point, you will have vx and vy. Okay, students? So that is equal to dy by dt. That means d by dt of 4t minus t square. So that is equal to 4 minus 2t. Correct, now, students? Similarly, dx by dt, d by dt of 3t, that is equal to 3. Okay, students? So this is 3. Okay. So this is 4 minus 2t. Okay, students? So that means we know that this x component will always remain constant, correct or not? Wherever you go, this will remain 3. So that means initially also ux also must be 3. Ux also must be 3, correct or not? And now this one is after some time t, this is the equation. Now if you want to go at time t equal to 0, just substitute in this equation t equal to 0. Vy at t equal to 0 will give us what? Uy, which is equal to 4 minus 2 into 0, 4. So that means here 4. So basically ui is 4. Okay, and when you substitute t equal to 1, t equal to 2, then the vy component will vary. Okay, but initial velocity in y direction will be 4, because this is at time t equal to 0. Okay, so therefore in this triangle, just now I got y is 4, x is 3, and this is theta. So tan theta is equal to what? 4 by 3, or theta is equal to tan inverse 4 by 3. So option C is correct. Very good. Okay. Next one. A particle A is projected with speed VA from a point making an angle 60 degrees with the horizontal. Okay. At the same instant, second particle B lying in the same horizontal plane is thrown vertically upwards from a point directly below the maximum height point of the parabolic path of A with velocity VB. If the two particles collide, then the ratio of VA by VB should be. Okay, students. So anyway, just for the sake of what you call understanding, I'll explain. Suppose let us say this is a projectile. Okay, this is x-axis and this is y-axis. A particle A is projected with the speed VA. This is the particle, some particle projected with speed VA at an angle of 60 degrees. Okay, so now what will happen? It will follow a projectile path like this. Okay, now it will follow a projectile path like this. Now at the same instant, that means at t equal to 0, suppose let's say it is projected. At the same instant, 1 minute. Okay. At the same instant, that means at time t, at time t equal to 0, at the same instant, they are telling, at the same instant, second particle, there is one more particle B, okay, lying in the same horizontal plane, like this, lying on the same line, is thrown vertically upwards. Now it is thrown vertically upwards from a point directly below the maximum height. This is the maximum height point. So from this point, that means just directly lying below the maximum height point, now it is thrown with velocity VB, vertically upwards. Vertically upwards it is thrown. Now what will happen is, now this particle will try, the particle A will try to come like this, like this, like this, like this, and then reach here. And this red particle also will reach. Green particle and red particle, both of them will meet at this point. Both of them will meet at this point. So for this to happen, what is the ratio of VA by VB? What is this ratio? VA by VB. VA by VB. What is the ratio of VA by VB is what they are asking. So I hope you understood the question. So time starts now. So solve. Option A is 1, option B is 2 by root 3, option C is root 3 by 2, option D is root 3. Option B, option B is 2 by root 3. Bhavya Yashasvi, Jayashree, option D. Pavan Aditya, option B. Abhijit, option B. Sushant, option D. Sushant D. Anushka. Anushka is this, I think, NEET student. No? Okay. Option B. Next one. Any other answers from MPC students? Yashasvi Kohli, very good. Option B. Today NEET students are very responding nicely. Sri Vidya option B, Rahul Gupta option B, Chinmayi B, Gautam Kumar Reddy B, Aditya Verma B. Okay, I think option B correct. Option B is correct. So there are many ways to do it. One way I would like to do is, now I know that this is a projectile, this ball A is under projectile motion, correct? So I can resolve into two dimensions. One is x direction, another one is y direction. So in x direction, it will have VA cos 60, which we call it as ux, and this one is called as uy, initial velocity in y direction, that is called as VA sin 60. Okay. So now this projectile motion is like what you call two balls. One is horizontal ball, one is vertical ball, correct or not? As I told you in the beginning of projectile motion. So these are two different balls. This ball is separate, this ball is separate. Okay. So now this ball, now basically now let us focus on this ball only, y direction ball. Okay. Let us forget about x direction ball. Okay. Let us forget about x direction ball. Okay. So now this ball, now this is the what you call the ball of projectile in y direction. Okay. Now this is thrown at time t equal to 0, correct or not? Now what will happen after some time? This velocity will what you call this velocity slowly decreases, and then at this point, by the time it comes here, it will have vy equal to 0. At this point it will have velocity in y direction is 0. Slowly it will decrease, correct or not? So now this ball is also, what will happen is the velocity of ball B. Now initially suppose let's 10 meters per second, then afterwards 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. By the time it reaches here also it will have velocity 0, correct or not? That means both balls, if they have to meet, that means their velocities also should be 0 at the same time, correct or not? So that means their initial velocities must be same, correct or not? That means this VB should be same as VA sin 60. Then only it will be correct. Na? See, here it is all, here also if it is VA sin 60, suppose if VB equal to VA sin 60, then this is also VA sin 60. Then both of them are released at time t equal to 0. So both of them, when they are going, the velocity decreases. This ball decreases like this, and this ball also decreases like this. Okay. Only difference is this ball B is just moving vertical direction, whereas ball A will move in horizontal direction also because of this x component. Because x component will try to push. Okay. So therefore only difference is that one, but otherwise the magnitude wise both of them are same. By the time they reach here, the highest point, both of them will be 0. So that means these two velocities must be same. That means VA sin 60, which is the initial velocity in y direction for the ball A, should be same as VB. Should be same as VB. So therefore, if we equate these two, that means VA into sin 60 is what, students? Root 3 by 2 should be equal to VB. Now they are asking ratio. VA by VB should be is equal to 2 by root 3. Okay. So I am sure, students, you must have solved in another way also. There is nothing wrong. You can do it in any number of ways. Once you know the concept, you can go from different angles. So this is one angle where you can easily solve. Okay, students. So I hope, I think students are catching these concepts of projectiles and all. Okay. So before moving further, should we solve some more problems on projectiles, or should we go to kinematics, vectors and calculus? How many of you feel should we solve projectiles some more? How many of you feel should we solve projectiles some more? Leela, Vasudev, projectiles. Because projectiles, afterwards I have questions from what you call inclined plane and all, but some students have not what you call have gone through the videos itself. Abhijita kinematics, Bhavya Yashasvi kinematics. Nobody is asking what you call vectors. One student asked vectors. Who is that? Ganesh Sinha. Vectors. Nobody is asking calculus also. Oh, calculus, Aditya Verma. Very good. So anyway, so then what I will do is one question I will take from kinematics, some questions I will take from vectors and all. Okay. So actually I have some more questions on projectiles, but they are related with inclined planes. So I thought that all of you must have watched inclined plane. Oh, calorimetry, Pavan Aditya. Calculus is easy, sir. So let us see some questions on calculus also. Okay. So okay, let me start with kinematic simple question, and then I'll go to vectors and then calculus and all. Okay, so let us see. I mean, the main purpose of this one is so that you will not lose touch with all the chapters. By solving like this, at least you will be reminded of concepts of vectors, calculus, and kinematics. That is the only reason. Okay. Okay. Next one. A car accelerates from rest at a constant rate. Kinematics question. Okay. A car accelerates from rest at a constant rate alpha for some time, after which it decelerates at a constant rate beta to come to rest. If the total time taken by car is t, then the maximum velocity v will be. Simple question. I think you should answer this one before 1 minute. Before 1 minute you should answer. Just read the question. A car accelerates from rest at a constant rate alpha for some time, after which it decelerates at a constant rate beta to come to rest. If the total time taken by car is t, then the maximum velocity will be. Let me see options. Option D, Pushyamitra Reddy. Very good. Anybody else? Bhavya Yashasvi, very good. Sai Ganesh, D. Abhijita, I think D. Okay. Timer is over. Sri Vidya Hemant, very good. Mahapragna, very nice. Shalini Jennifer, very good. D. Sri Sai Teja is not there today. Are you not there? Sri Sai Teja. Pushyamitra Reddy. Sir, we can solve in graphical way also. Very good. We can solve. Pushyamitra Reddy, we can solve in graphical way also. Rahul Gupta, very good. D. Sri Sai Teja, are you not there? Okay, anyway. So we can solve it anyway. Okay. Okay, now see here. So a car accelerates from rest. Okay. That means, suppose let's say u equal to 0 starts from rest and accelerates. Okay. That means its speed will increase.